Hey everybody, and welcome to Axiom Verge. So Axiom Verge is the latest retro-styled 2D Metroidvania action-adventure, open-world, non-linear exploration type game that's available right now on Sony PS4. It will eventually come to PC, but for just now it's a Sony exclusive on the PlayStation platform. And as I said, it is a retro-styled 2D Metroidvania or Metroid-like, a game like Metroid. Very much inspired by Metroid in many ways. It's almost uncanny how similar it looks to Metroid in certain situations. Now, the game Axiom Verge is a game by a single human. One man, Tom Happ, or Thomas Happ. Strong first name, my friend, he's got a strong first name. And he's been working on this game for the past 5 years. And it came to fruition, it came to release on I think it was the 31st of March, which happens to be my birthday, funnily enough. And since then, it's gone on to quite a bit of critical acclaim. Now, as I said, it's available just on the PlayStation platform at the moment, so we'll be focusing on the PlayStation version just now. When it comes to PC, hopefully we'll take a look at the PC version. But the game features, as I said, a kind of non-linear exploration of 9 labyrinth-type areas that are all interlocking. They all connect to one another like you would expect from a Metroid game. And there's plenty of unique items and tools, abilities, weapons, power-ups, health-ups, all the kind of stuff you would imagine you would see in a Metroid-type game. There's combat with many different enemies, some of which are much more annoying than others. And there's a really interesting part of the game that I enjoy an awful lot. There's this idea of glitches that you can manipulate with a certain tool, and that comes into play quite prominently in the early game. I played through about maybe a quarter to a third of the game, enough to get a good grasp on what my impressions will be of the game. And there is a speedrunning mode that we can see down here that has a customization for what you want to put into your speedruns. Very interesting stuff. The question is though, do we really need another Metroidvania? Was there room for another Metroid game? And more importantly, is it actually good? Well, let's hop into the game and see. And thus begins the game. So we spawn in a big old egg cup, and there's a big old robot lady talking to us, and we kind of start the game. So I've started a brand new game on normal difficulty. Now these egg cup bastards here, these guys are our save points. These are littered throughout the 9 different areas within the game, and we use them to save. They'll also replenish our health if we want to do like a little bit of healthing. So if we go from like one save point to another, you may lose quite a bit of health, because the game can be tricky. And you can use these conveniently as points to, you know, restore your health. Now I've been told to go and collect a gun, which will help us get through. So we'll go and do that. So we're Trace, we're this fella here. Now the first thing that you'll ask is, being a platformer, being a game where you platform around and run around, are the controls good? Controls are tight, slick, controls are very nice. I'm using the D-pad, can use the analog stick as well. Using D-pad or left analog stick for control of our character, X to jump, squares to shoot, which we'll do once we get this gun. Right now, this is our first weapon. It's the Axiom Disruptor, a high-tech biomechanoid weapon, and we use square to shoot the old bastard. So is this the gun that the lady mentioned, or did I just imagine her things and stuff? Sorry, I am very weak. You must go now, before he finds you. Before who finds me? What's going on? I'm scared, I'm alone. I guess she's gone again. So to give you a bit of background, we're a scientist who was doing some sort of physics experiment that caused some sort of anomaly to happen, and we were like, you know, warped out. We were taken through a dimension portal or some shit, and we ended up in this place. This terrible, horrible place full of bubbly blood bits and, you know, enemies and things going on, and big robot ladies talking to us and things. People that think we're demons. It's all very strange. But we land here, and one of the things that I want to mention is the story. I'm not really into the story so much. The story's a kind of a thing that exists within the game to kind of drive the whole what we're doing, but I don't really buy into the story so much. Mostly because, in a game like this, it's all about the running, the platforming, the shooting, the collecting, the exploring. The story is there, and it exists, and it may, you know, it may draw some people in. For me, it's not really about the story, it's more about the action and the, you know, going about and the shooting of things. And you'll find a lot of the terrain is interactable in a certain kind of way. I mean, this stuff here you have to shoot through to get through. I mentioned earlier on there's a glitch mechanic in the game where there's glitches that you can actually, you can manipulate as well. You can use a particular tool, and that's really cool. I really enjoy the glitchy kind of stuff. When you first see the glitch things, you're like, is this like an aesthetic thing they've implemented, or he's implemented, Tom? Is it an aesthetic thing Tom has gone for when he was creating the game to make the game appear like it is on an old 8 or 16-bit system like a Nintendo? But actually no, you can fully interact with the glitchy stuff, and it looks like sprite glitches. I'm not sure what the correct term is. You see the sprite, like where I'm shooting right now, you would see the level terrain, the sprite for it, just like kind of doing weird glitchy stuff. I believe we're actually meant to go up here, if I recall. But yeah, the platforming and the controls are very tight, exactly what you would want to see. Or feel, I suppose you would say, from a game like this. So that's a major plus point. And as I said, I mean, the story is... stories are stories. It needs to be a very good story for me to be in any way invested in what's going on. But I don't really care. I mean, I'm running about with a big old space gun shooting space aliens with space stuff. They all look like prehistoric sea creatures. Now, the red floaty bits that we just picked up that made the sound are our health. We gain health back from enemies at random. I'm not really sure if there's any degree of reliability. I don't know if it's the same enemies per each level that give you the health, or it's just a random kind of spawning. But they give us health. And we'll work through the game until we get a couple of things and maybe hit a boss or something. I'll go up this side and see if we can actually... I can't recall what's up there. There's a lot of the exploration that's a bit kind of like I can't recall precisely where I should be going, because the game's quite open-ended, and I've played through the section twice. I know we've not to be here. I'm pretty sure we've not to be there. There's nothing there. Let's just double check. And I've not really talked about the UI, the HUD, what's going on. Well, I'm gonna kill you very much. Ah, we've taken damage. Now, the game is not forgiving in any way. You see the amount of damage. So the top left is our health. Ah, here's the glitchy stuff here. This actually damages us. This can be manipulated, I assume, at some point in the game, because I can see there's stuff above it. So we've got our health in the top left. Our top right is the map and our particular weapon. If we use the right analog stick, we can select through our weapons. We only have the Axiom Disruptor at the moment, so it's not too much of a thing to worry about. Big old button in the middle. I never know what to call this button on the PlayStation gamepad. The big rectangle motherfucker. Press that. It brings up our inventory and maps. So you'll see we're in Erebus. That's our particular area. There's 9 of these areas we can explore. And you'll see that we've got our inventory here where we can look around. We can press instructions with the triangle. It'll tell us what the weapon is. And that's pretty much all you need to know. It's just about exploring and finding stuff. I believe if we go along this way we will find a separate weapon, but I don't know if it's imperative that we do. I'm just going to stand here and cheese this. Cheese while you can. There we go, just give him a few jumpies. There might be a boss along here. I honestly can't remember. I know there is a gun, at the very least. A new weapon. A little button there we can press. Oh, hello, get through there. And this is the name of the game, Explore. And if anyone's played a Metroid game in the past, like, you know, a 2D platforming old school Metroid game, you'll be thinking, you know, this game looks very similar to Metroid, very much so. So we do get another weapon. This one is a shotgun type thing, I suppose you could say. It's like the Nova. Firing once launches a large projectile. Firing again causes it to detonate. And it will form into like 3 or 6 projectiles. Yeah. So you can let it go as just one, you know, one shot. Or if you press square again, it kind of blows up in a kind of shotgun spread of sorts. Whether or not we need this to progress, I'm not really sure. I think it's just a handy thing to have. We'll try and get through to the first couple of bosses and talk about some stuff. So, as I said, story is not really grasping me at all, but I don't really care because I'm running about shooting things with big space guns. That should be the be-all and end-all in a game like this. Do I have space gun? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. And the game is fun! Yes, it's very fun. The There are situations and positions that I've been in. I'm going to give you some of this. There's situations in the game where I've been like, oh, you know, this is quite hard and I'm dying. But actually, most of them come when it comes to bosses. And I've found, because of the speedrunning aspect of the game, which is quite... It's been well thought of. Speedrunners, they've been thought of throughout the process of creating this game, I think. As you would imagine, because Metroid's quite a famously speedrun game. And bosses can be cheesed, like, very effectively. If you want to spend the time to learn a boss, you'll find there is probably a very effective way to kill it with minimal effort. And that's fun. That's a fun discovery. As someone that doesn't speedrun games, it's a fun discovery to be fighting against a boss and be like, I have no idea what I'm doing, this boss is wrecking me. Then suddenly think, wait a second, there's a thing here that's going to do this, and there's a thing that does that, and... Oh, we do need this to progress. Okay. I see. I see. I see. And I just think that's cool. Being able to manipulate bosses, even as a layman like me, even as someone with very little brain power like myself. Save point. We'll egg ourselves, get in the egg cup. Game saved. Full health, and let's have a quick look at the map. So we can see on the map, through the white lines on the particular rooms, where we've been, where we haven't been, what we can visit, what we can't visit. We'll continue on this way. I think this is the way to get some power-ups and things. And we'll just rattle through. So, how about a boss then? We'll fight a boss. Why not? Now this is just the very first start of the game. Now to get to the boss, it took me roughly half an hour to 40 minutes at the start. Crap, I'm trapped. Demon! These things suck. They just keep calling me a demon, and we're like, whoa. Hey, you can talk, listen, I'm lost, and... It's like, demon, Ethos, say kill. Fuck you, guy. You don't know who you're fighting here. You're fighting fucking Dr. Trace. Now, there's a cool button. And it's called L1. L1 is a cool button in my eyes. Oh. Oh. This is more of a spam fest than anything else. But L1 is cool because it pins you to a point. So if you're pressing L1, you can't actually move, but you can manipulate the gun and aim. And I really love that. It's very handy in a game like this, where you just want to stand still and just shoot something. And that was very easy indeed. Give me the red stuff. Give me your bits. And we'll progress through, I guess. So that was a boss. Oh, and we get a... What do we get for this? Some such thing. Oh, we get the drill. That's right, the laser drill. A high-powered drill capable of cutting through rock. The drill is awesome. So the drill is one of our tools that's assigned to R2. Now you'll see here. It's so satisfying to use. It's fantastic. Small little additions like that to a game really do add to the whole overall kind of quality of the game. I think maybe for simple-minded people like me, I just get attached to sounds and the ideas of sounds and stuff. I love music, I love sound. And it's important to note that the sound design in this game is fantastic. Sound design is great, the music is great. Now I did mention that Big Tam, we'll call him now, Thomas Happ. Big Tam, he actually created all of the music as well as all of the sound effects and the code and the general game design as well. One man putting 5 years of effort into this. I am impressed. I think I've done 5 years of anything. For me to do 5 years of anything, you would literally need to just put me in prison. Like that's the bottom line of it. I don't have the dedication for that kind of stuff. Oh, hello. You mollusk. Mollusk man. What else have we got here? So there's nothing really here we can do. I'm going to go and save to replenish my health. And we'll progress on a little bit further. Hopefully see some more things. And this is just like scratching the surface of the game. This is the bare starting minimum. And it will give you an idea or an understanding of what we're looking at in terms of the game. It is an exploration game. It's very much like Metroid. It's very... When I first started playing, I was like, is this okay? Is it indecently similar? Is it too similar? Does it cross the point of being homage into the point of being copycat? But I think there's enough new ideas here to make it to make it cool, to make it okay. The glitchy aspect with the glitch tool alone makes it very satisfying. Oh, I hate this guy. He's always right in my grill. There we go, more of the glitch there. What's it called again? I can't recall its particular name in game, but when we get the tool to manipulate it, it's just so much fun to do, to think, where have I seen this before? So you find it later on and, you know, your brain will be hazy, you'll be thinking, when did I last see a glitchy bit that I can maybe go and manipulate like this? When did I last see one of those that I can go and do something with? And you think, oh, it may have been back in, you know, Erebor, or it may have been in a different area. And that's cool, that sense of I want to explore because I found something new and it's exciting because I have a new item and I want to know where I use it and what I do with it, and, you know, I've just gained an ability to jump higher. Where's the last time I couldn't jump over a ledge? When was the last time I couldn't actually make it over a cliff or something, or over a rocky thing? That's exciting to me because it just fuels every person's desire to explore in you know, space. Space does that. You look up at the stars and you think, I see a lot of space. All I want to do is just fucking go there and just have a swatch, have a look around. And games like this allow us to do that, albeit on a very small scale. We're doing it with, you know, a lot of restrictions, but it's still fun, and that's what's cool about it. So we'll grab this, which is a damage up, I think. Oh, it's a health node. I see. So it must have been the damage we got before then. I wasn't reading. No, we got the drill before. I have no idea. Do we cross over into a new section? Fuck it, let's do it. Just so you can see the transition into the new area. Now the transitions, of course, probably one of the most familiar parts. When you look at the transitions, the, you know, elevators and the walkways through to different areas. Very much like Metroid. Almost identical, to be quite honest. Am I bothered? As I said, no, I'm not. I do not care. It gets to the point where you think, you know, if the game is good enough, if it borrows quite heavily, in a respectable way, that's fine. That's totally fine. So we'll save in the old egg cup again, and I guess we'll play on for a tiny little bit more. And we'll look for some more secrets, I guess, or some more things. Maybe we'll even get the glitch gun. That would be quite fun to find. In fact, I think I've missed an important thing that could be useful for us. It doesn't matter. There's a drill damage booster thing that we can get, or it's a general damage boost that we can get that might be useful. So maybe worth going back to get, because obviously that would be important to us, but... See those tight platforming controls right there? I did actually hit my head on a mollusk, though. These things happen. You can't always not hit your head. But I think his strongest point is the action, the ability to run around and, you know... What are you hitting me with, boy? The ability... Don't die, Tom, that would be just a travesty. But the ability to run around and, you know... Appreciate the action, get involved, get in about it. Kill some things, shoot some guns. Make some magic happen. Oh, I hate these guys. Die. Okay, yep. Oh, some health, nice. Now, I have no idea where this takes me. I have a feeling I should be, you know, doing stuff over here. Let's have a look at the map. Some more glitchy stuff there. Oh, don't just walk on the mollusks. This is a boss, isn't it? No. Was this a save point? I have... Oh, it's this fucking guy again. You die! These guys are the worst. They suck so much. So I remember roughly where I am. I say. There should be some story stuff coming up, but, you know. It's all part and parcel of the exploration. That's why we're here. That's why we explore. That's why we get involved. Oh, balls. Yep. Now I need to do the roundabout. Jump over you. Come down here. Do we have a... Oh, fucking guy. Run away! Run away from him. I don't want to fight him today. Also, we're back here? Aha! Did I not go through that door? I'm so sure there's a save point somewhere around here. But I could be mistaken. Don't touch me, spider. Uh-huh. Oh. Right, we're definitely not going through there. I've lost my explode. Oh, that's some freaky ABK stuff going on there. We can loop around. I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. Don't die, Tom. The last thing you need to do is die. Just survive. Live on! Yep. Yep. We can go back to the save point and recharge. Oh no, we're dead. Aha! He got us. Which will conveniently take us to the save point. The one that I was going to go to anyway. Interestingly... Yeah, what happened? You died, we saved your mind machines. What? I'm sorry, miss. I hope I'm misunderstanding something. Could you try rephrasing that? Hello? Oh man, this is insane. I died. Am I still me? So there's little pieces of story like that dotted throughout. You know. Story. It's not the greatest story. It's rather predictably, you know, man in space type stuff. Man ends up in space doing stuff. But it's still cool. It's still cool because we're shooting things. I'm coming back up here because I'm positive I missed a damage bonus. Which we can check in here. Yeah. Don't really have the stuff, but we can find it. I don't think there's anything else, but I noticed there was like an exclamation mark when I was... Hold on. Hold. Aye. Up we go. So we can't do anything with that left-sided area yet because we need a higher jump. There's also this area here, which is I think what we need. I may have missed talk. Oh no, I can't get through here either. God damn it. So what else have I not seen here yet? Oh, there's that one there. Aye. So there's only one more door that we need to explore. I think, at least. This one here. Right, mollusk. Quietly. Solid plate. Did I not come through here before? I did. I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm wrong and the piece that I'm looking for is actually in the next area. Oh, piss off. So much damage on those guys. That's part of the game is, you know, understanding the enemies. And a lot of them do a lot of damage. Especially these guys. They combo you. Nope. There we go. And break through you. Oh yeah, there's the left. And then there's the up. Aye. The up I'm pretty sure we can't do without some certain things. But we'll try the left room. And that might be just what we need. Maybe. Possibly. It's also obscenely warm for a man in Scotland right now. It's, you know. Ah, yes. What am I doing? There we go. So, you know, it's coming towards the springtime in Scotland and things get warm and sweaty and we... Oh, it's good. Right, okay. Alright, we'll come through here then, because obviously this will be good for us. Right. Things. Piss off. Oh, I've got your number, my friend. There we go, just give him a bit of that. So you would think, do you have finer control with the analog stick if you were going to aim like this? No, it's pretty much, you know, same as your D-pad. Your directions, you don't get analog control. Which is cool. Traditional to the bone. Wouldn't expect anything less. I can actually stand here and cheese, I think. Yes, I can, and I will. Apart from this guy here. I'm so sure there's... Aha! Is this my damage bonus? Aha! Permanently increases size of projectiles for weapons. I think that does more damage. Maybe. And while we're here, we might as well check out the top area as well. Because there was like one more... Yeah, there's one more door that we've not looked at, I don't think. No, in fact, that was the one that we can't go through. We'll check it out anyway. No, I know exactly that I can't get through there because I remember. So let's just fall, plummet to our unfortunate deaths? No, not really. We'll survive the fall because there's no fall damage. An important thing to note actually is there is no fall damage. That is worth oh, yeah, don't go through that way. There's no fall damage at all. So you may be asking, Tom, is there a warp system that you can use to warp to different save points? As far as I know, no, there is not. Why didn't I go through here before? Oh yeah, because it's glitchy. So there's no warp system, so you can't really fast warp between save points. That would be probably too useful. It would be handy, you know. I would use it certainly. What about through here? Need tall jump for that. So it's just to the right then, and then down. Or, well, down and then to the right. But all in all, the original question was, do we need another Metroid-styled game? So when you think about it, Metroid was released, the original, in 1986, I think. When the original Nintendo Entertainment System was released. Around, well, in fact, that was 83, I think, so it was 86 was when the game was released. So a couple of years after the original system was released. And that was nearly 30 years ago, so that will be 30 years ago as of next year. A game that's 30 years old, a formula that's 30 years old. Is it necessary to rehash the same formula? Absolutely. There's always room for improvement on something. Nothing is ever perfected. Nothing's ever, you know, the best it could ever be. And if someone wants to come along and say, I wish to do this style of game, but change things up, you know, add some modern tinges to it. The same way that Shovel Knight came along and said that the 16-bit platformer, let's add some new things to that and make it cool. And everyone was like, yeah, I totally do it, fire in. The same with Axiom Verge, I think. It's absolutely applicable that you can take a formula that's, you know, almost 30 years old and rehash it today on a next gen, well, current gen I'll call it, I don't like calling it next gen, but on a current generation system and have it be good. Absolutely. And the game itself, is the game good? I would say yes it is. Yes, it very much is. Now, the cost of the game, I believe, is $20, and I'll just verify the $20. So the game is $20, and that'll be, I think, £15 British sterling. And I think it's absolutely worth the cost. I hate you, Spider-Man. Spider-Man! Actual Spider-Man. I think it's well worth the cost. For a game that I played now, roughly, I'd say I'm on my 7th, probably near enough 8th hour now after playing today as well. I still haven't finished the game fully, but I plan to do so. And I'm excited to see when it comes to PC, where it'll get probably a large reception, given that the PS4 community is still probably smaller than the PC community when it comes to games like this. Indie games seem to thrive on PC. I'm not sure if it's such a big scene on the consoles, but certainly it's well worth checking out if you have a PS4 at the moment. If you want to wait for PC, it will be coming later this year, I think, and it's also coming to the PlayStation Vita at some point this year. So Axiom Verge, very good game. I recommend it very much so.